What if we told you that one of China's most iconic on-screen couples might be more than just co-stars? A bond built on years of loyalty, midnight traditions, quiet support, and one silent change that left millions wondering. Are Yang Zi and Li Xian hiding a love story in plain sight? This isn't just fanfiction, this is real life, and it's far more captivating than any drama they've starred in.
Welcome to Fresh Angle 24 heures, your home for touching stories, celebrity insight, and the unspoken truth behind the spotlight.
Today, we bring you a story that continues to echo across Asia and beyond. Yang Zi and Li Xian's unexpected, enduring, and deeply human connection. What if we told you that one of China's most iconic on-screen couples might be more than just co-stars? A bond built on years of loyalty, midnight traditions, quiet support, and one silent change that left millions wondering. Are Yang Zi and Li Xian hiding a love story in plain sight? This isn't just fanfiction, this is real life, and it's far more captivating than any drama they've starred in.
Your home for touching stories, celebrity insight, and the unspoken truth behind the spotlight.
Today, we bring you a story that continues to echo across Asia and beyond. Yang Zi and Li Xian's unexpected, enduring, and deeply human connection.
Yang Zi and Li Xian's unexpected love story. The beginning of something more.
When Go Go Squid first aired in 2019, it was more than just another popular Chinese drama. It became a cultural moment, one that introduced viewers across Asia, North America, and beyond to a story that felt remarkably sincere. At its core, the series followed the growing romance between a brilliant yet emotionally reserved esports icon, Han Xiangyan, and the warm-hearted and determined Tong Nian. But while the storyline captured hearts, what truly ignited widespread fascination was the electrifying chemistry between the actors who brought these characters to life, Yang Zi and Li Xian. From the first scene, there was something unusually genuine about the way they interacted. Their performances felt effortless, almost too natural to be purely acting. The small glances, the timing of their smiles, the way they navigated tension and tenderness, all of it hinted at something deeper. It wasn't just about reciting lines, it was about embodying an emotional reality that seemed to extend beyond the screen. Fans across the world began to wonder, was there more to their connection than just professional collaboration? But what followed after the series ended was even more telling. In an industry where co-stars often drift apart after a project wraps, moving on to new roles and relationships, Yang Zi and Li Xian chose something rare: they stayed connected. Not in the loud, performative ways that some celebrity friendships are maintained, but in quiet, consistent gestures. There were no exaggerated declarations or viral stunts, just moments that spoke volumes, appearing at the same events, speaking kindly about one another in interviews, acknowledging each other's successes not with fanfare, but with genuine pride. What made their bond stand out wasn't its intensity, but its stability. Over time, the consistency of their interaction felt like the foundation of something more meaningful, something rooted in mutual respect and emotional understanding. Yang Zi's playful nature seemed to soften Li Xian's often composed exterior, while his calm presence gave her a sense of ease and grounding. Together, they created a rhythm that felt deeply personal, a connection that didn't need labels to be felt. As the years passed, their friendship remained a constant in a world where public image often overshadows personal truth. Whether intentional or instinctive, the way they have preserved their relationship, with discretion, care, and authenticity, has only deepened public curiosity. Their story is no longer just about what happened on screen in Go Go Squid, but about what quietly endures behind closed doors, a bond that challenges our ideas of celebrity, intimacy, and what it means to truly connect with someone in a world that rarely allows space for sincerity. And so what began as an on-screen romance has evolved into something far more profound, a subtle, enduring presence in each other's lives that continues to inspire questions, admiration, and hope. In the unpredictable world of show business, where relationships are often fleeting and shaped by shifting schedules and shifting headlines, it's the quiet, consistent gestures that speak the loudest. For fans of Yang Zi and Li Xian, one such gesture became more than just a moment. It became a tradition that quietly echoed with tenderness and meaning. Every year, without fail, as the clock struck midnight on Li Xian's birthday, Yang Zi was the very first to send her well wishes. Not through public fanfare or scripted promotional posts, but through a simple, heartfelt message. Year after year, she was always first, precise, timely, and sincere. In the eyes of fans, it wasn't just a birthday wish. It was a silent promise. A thread of continuity in an ever-changing industry.
Something real.
This ritual, while subtle, struck an emotional chord with audiences. There was no need for dramatic declarations or public displays of affection. The consistency of Yang Zi's midnight messages suggested something far more profound than publicity. It felt personal. As if, no matter where they were in their lives or careers, no matter how busy the world became around them, she always remembered. And she always made time. Fans across continents, from Korea to Canada, Indonesia to France, held onto this tradition like a secret shared only with those who truly understood. It became a symbol of their connection, not necessarily romantic, but undeniably deep. In a digital age where silence often signals distance, Yang Zi's unwavering gesture felt like a quiet kind of loyalty. A form of love, perhaps, not loud, not demanding, but quietly enduring. And then, in 2024, something changed. As midnight passed and no message appeared from Yang Zi, fans felt the absence like a silence that said too much. For the first time in years, the tradition was broken. There was no midnight post.
No early message. Just stillness.
Hours passed. And finally, she did send a message, later in the day, understated and warm, but undeniably different. Speculation flooded in. Had they grown apart? Had something happened behind the scenes? Or was it simply time to draw a boundary, to let the world know that some bonds don't need rituals to remain strong? To some, the broken tradition was heartbreaking. To others, it was a sign of evolution, perhaps of emotional maturity, perhaps of self-protection. Because what do you do when something sacred becomes too public? When what was once a private gesture becomes an expectation? Yet even in that shift, there was grace. The delay in the message, rather than erasing the bond, seemed to affirm its complexity. Maybe it wasn't a goodbye. Maybe it was just a new way of caring, one that no longer needed to prove itself through punctuality, but through patience.
What vers horizon, the tradition of the midnight birthday wish left behind more than memory. It left a legacy of love.
And in the hearts of millions, it remains a symbol of something beautiful, something fragile, and perhaps all the more powerful because of it. In every story that captivates the public, there comes a moment, not loud or explosive, but quiet and piercing, when something shifts. For fans of Yang Zi and Xian, that moment arrived not with an argument or a headline, but with silence. A silence that came not from what was said, but from what wasn't. For 5 consecutive years, Yang Zi's birthday tradition had been something of a sanctuary, a familiar gesture in a world constantly changing. It was a ritual that offered comfort and certainty to fans who had followed their journey since Go Go Squid. Made them household names. The clock would strike midnight, and without fail, her birthday wish to Xian would appear. No matter what projects they were involved in, what city they were in, or how hectic their lives had become, that midnight message arrived like clockwork. It was both ordinary and profound. But in 2024, the rhythm broke. The silence that greeted Xian's birthday at midnight was not dramatic, yet it was deafening. Fans waited.
Refreshed page.
Replayed memories. And still, there was nothing. 4 hours, the stillness lingered. And when Yang Zi finally posted a birthday message later that day, it was warm, but late. It wasn't the timing alone that struck fans, it was the departure from a deeply cherished pattern. It felt like something sacred had quietly dissolved. No explanation followed. No reason was given. And that lack of clarity left room for one powerful force: speculation. Across social media platforms, questions spiraled. Had they drifted apart? Had work commitments changed the closeness they once shared? Was this the end of something fans had believed in so deeply? For many, the silence wasn't just about a birthday. It was about the fear of losing a connection that had come to represent something rare in the entertainment world: authenticity. Yet perhaps beneath the surface, this shift wasn't about loss, it was about evolution. People grow. Relationships transform. And sometimes, even the most tender traditions must be allowed to breathe. To let go of expectations is not necessarily to let go of love. For some fans, this delayed message wasn't a sign of fading warmth but of necessary boundaries, an attempt to protect what had always been quiet and sincere from becoming a performance. There is also the possibility that the message still carried the same care, just in a quieter, more private form. That their bond no longer needed to prove itself at midnight, but could endure beyond timestamps and public posts. Love, after all, does not always come in grand displays. Sometimes it speaks in pauses. What shook the fandom wasn't just a missed moment. It was the collective realization that something once believed to be unshakable might now exist in a different form. Not necessarily broken, just changed. And as with all powerful stories, it's the ambiguity that lingers.
The not knowing.
The space left between what was and what might still be.
A space where obsti quietly lives.
Since Go Go Squid, their careers have taken different turns, but both upwards. Green Circle Yang Zi has become a dominant force in Chinese entertainment, praised for her emotional depth in dramas like Lost You Forever. She's now a fashion icon, regularly gracing covers of Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and more. Blue Circle Xian, meanwhile, has chosen a slower, more intentional path. His role in Meet Yourself revealed a gentler, introspective side, proving that sometimes, quiet success is the most powerful kind. 2 stars. 2 orbits. And yet, they continue to gravitate toward each other, whether through projects, gestures, or shared history. Here's something new fans are now suggesting. What if Yang Zi and Xian made a quiet pact? To support each other without adding fuel to the media fire. To protect their friendship, or something more, from becoming a headline. They might not walk red carpets hand in hand. But maybe they're writing their story behind the scenes, in moments we never see. Some even believe they're waiting for the right project to reunite, something deeper, more personal than a typical rom-com. Whatever their relationship is, it's rare. Built on consistency, quiet loyalty, and emotional respect. In an industry known for brief bonds and publicity stunts, Yang Zi and Xian's connection feels refreshingly human. Whether they reunite on screen or keep walking separate paths, they've already given fans something lasting. A story that's heartfelt, mysterious, and completely their own. And sometimes, that's more powerful than any fairy tale ending.
Micro. What do you think?
Is this just an unshakable friendship, or the quietest love story in Chinese entertainment? Backhand index pointing down, tell us in the comments. Direct Hit, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more emotionally powerful, culturally rich, and globally engaging stories.
We bring you the path behind the headline, every single time.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next update.